This video is going to look at the different ways that flower parts can be arranged and what that means. So we're going to look at some of the vocabulary associated with this. One of the principal terms we start out with in a lot of biological systems is something regular or is something irregular? There are many different ways of looking at this. Regular says we're dealing with radial symmetry. So when we're dealing with something with radial symmetry, we take something like this flower, and theoretically, no matter which way you put a mirror in this flower, up and down horizontally on a diagonal or something like that, you're going to get mirror images out of the two parts of it. We also have what we call irregular things, and this is something that has bilateral symmetry, which means there's only one way to put a mirror down the center of it to get a mirror image of it. It's like looking at a person. We've got bilateral symmetry because you can see you've got two sides, and that's the only way you get a mirror image on either side. If you put this up and down, you get mirror images. Going across, you do not. They are very different. We also deal with what we call complete versus incomplete. Complete means the flower has sepals, petals, and sexual parts. And what this really comes down to, if we look at this particular flower here, and this one's been cut away so that we can see a little bit of it, it says we've got sepals, and the sepals are that part of the flower that really made up the bud that kept the flower together before it opened up. You often see these on things like tomatoes where it's got that little star on it when you purchase the tomato. Those are actually the sepals. The petals are the bright showy part that we often see. And then the sexual parts are going to be the male and the female part. Does it have one or does it have both? But it doesn't really matter. If you've got sepals, petals, and sexual parts, we call it complete. Something that is incomplete will either lack sepals or it will lack petals. So in this particular case, we're looking at a maple flower. This maple flower is the female, and what you can see is there's no petals to it. It really has sepals, but it doesn't have petals. So therefore, this is incomplete. We look at perfect versus imperfect. Something that is perfect, it says it's got male and female parts on the same flower. So when we're looking at something perfect, here we go back to the azalea again. And what we've got is you can see the female part here, and you can see the male part over there. So we're looking at something that is perfect. Imperfect means that we've got male or female flowers. This is a cucumber flower. And you can see the flower bud, and down below it you can see the inflated receptacle, which is really our ovary. And therefore this is a female flower. The other type of flower that you see on cucumbers looks like this. And this is the male flower, and what you've got is there's no inflated receptacle. There's nothing that's going to develop out of this. After this produces its pollen, it's going to drop off. This is common in a lot of different types of plants. Again, this is going to be imperfect because it's got male or female flowers. We also look at the terms monoecious and dioecious. Monoecious means that mono means one,ecious means house, and something that is monoecious, it says it's got male and female flowers on the same plant. So if we look at this, what do we got here? We got near a corn. Ear of corn is the female part of the plant. The tassel is the male part of the plant, and that's up on top, and therefore we have monoecious. One plant has male flowers and it has female flowers. Dioecious means that we've got male plants and female plants, and these are going to be a little bit different. This is a cycad, and this is the female part of the cycad. This is the part that is going to have ovules in it. And this is a cycad that's got the male flower, and the male flower is going to produce pollen. So when we look at these, we can see that they're very distinctive and they're very different. And again, these are dioecious because we've got male and female plants. So when we look at flower format, we see a lot of different parts in it. And what we've got is we've got words that we can compare to each other that tell us a lot about the different way the plants are.